Hey manga fans, BTV here, and today I'm going to be showcasing all the manga that I am currently reading. Enjoy! So seeing that this is the first time I've made one of these videos, I'll start with the manga I've been reading digitally on a week-to-week basis. There are currently 7 ongoing titles that I've been reading. Technically this would be 8 series, but at the time of recording, Ruri Dragon is on hiatus due to the author's health. To start off the week, on Sundays I read One Piece. Now this is a series I've been enjoying since the mid-2000s and it still holds up after all these years. This is a series I do eventually want to own, all of physically, but I don't have space for volumes 24 through 101 right now. Side note, shoutouts to BDA Law for keeping his titles and thumbnails as vague as possible. You're a real one. Moving on to Monday, I read My Hero Academia. Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck with all of you. I've been enjoying this series since the beginning. But for whatever reason, after I read the My Villain Academia arc, mind you, I enjoyed this arc, I was no longer excited for new chapters when they came out. This is especially weird since a lot of things popped off since the NBA arc. Before I piss off any more My Hero Academia fans, on Tuesdays, I read Ayakashi Triangle. This is a rom-com with a good amount of fight scenes with even more ecchi scenes. People were hating on the series because of how ecchi it was. Now for those of you asking why, let me explain. Ayakashi Triangle was created by Kentaro Yabuki. This is the same author who created Black Cat. Now I personally haven't read Black Cat, but I am assuming it was very action-oriented with very little to no fan service. My guess is fans wanted Ayakashi Triangle to be similar to Black Cat. In Kentaro Yabuki's defense, he was the illustrator for the series like To Love Ru Darkness, and the manga adaptation of Darling in the Franxx. Sorry about that tangent. Next up on Wednesdays, I read Akane Banashi. This is a breath of fresh air when it comes to shonen manga. I say this because instead of your standard action fighting shonen manga, Akane Banashi introduces its readers to rakugo, which is essentially storytelling. This series is different enough to separate itself from the pack, but engaging enough to keep me wanting more. I'm not sure if I'll pick up the series as it gets a physical release, but I will definitely get volume 1 to show my support. Thursdays I read Kaiju number 8. Something about fictional monsters wreaking havoc in a city, and people in Kaiju number 8's case, fighting to stop said monsters just feels right as a manga. I enjoy it. On Fridays, I read Chainsaw Man. This is a series that made waves even before the anime was a thing. All I can say about this series is don't get attached to characters. Finally, I finished the week by reading Black Clover. This series plays by the book. It has all your standard shonen tropes. This might displease a lot of older manga readers because they've seen stuff like this done before. But it is a fantastic series for those who are just starting out. In regards to all these series, I plan to read them until their completion. Now with all the weekly manga out of the way, here are the 3 manga I am working my way through in my collection. If you have watched any of my videos, you'll know I'm reading Zom 100. There's not much to say about this series except zombies, buckets, and lists, oh my! Oh, and there's gonna be an anime adaptation as well as a live-action TV show for this series. That's pretty cool. The next series I'm reading in my collection is Battle Club. This is kind of like the little sister to Battle Vixens. I read the first 2 volumes and it got a chuckle out of me. It technically has been a few months since I read those volumes, so I might spend a week to read the 6-volume series. The last series I'm reading is Air Gear. I finally got around to reading this cult classic. If you've seen my January manga haul, you'll see the progress I've made in trying to complete this series. Now in regards to the story, it's gangs fighting with high-tech rollerblades called air treks. Not the best explanation, but it is a good read. I'm currently on volume 15, and I need to slow down to make this series last longer. Those are all the manga series I am reading at the moment. Some new series mixed with some old ones. I might start reading some more seinen manga after one of the weekly shonen manga series finishes. As always, if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.